What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to be going back to some of our transition skills. We are going to be highlighting the specific one that's one of my favorites, and one of the ones that I feel like is very underused, and that is the no transition or skip transition. Let's get into it. So if you guys remember from earlier videos, the no transition or the skip transition is the shot combination that you do when you hit a good shot from behind the baseline, recognize the quality of your shot is really good, and instead of waiting for a short ball, you skip that short ball, hence the name skip transition. You skip the short ball and you go from the baseline all the way up to taking a ball out of the air as a volley or a swinging volley. The goal in this tactic is to make sure you give your opponent the least amount of time possible. The downside to this one is you have to be really confident in the quality of the shot that you hit, because there is a higher likelihood of getting burned by them passing you or hitting a shot that becomes more difficult. What we're going to go through in this video is going to be specifically how to know that you hit the shot well, what things you can do to mitigate when the person's going to hit a good quality shot, but also things that you should do to relax and just understand that sometimes they're just going to hit those type of shots on you. So I have Emily here today, and we're going to be going through a couple different things that go into this skill. So for this first exercise, all I want Emily to do is try to hit the most high pressure shot she can. I'm not putting her under any real pressure on that side. Her job is just to attack the backhand side or attack the forehand side with a high quality shot. So nothing crazy. That's her job. Just get in position, go for the shot. Yep, perfect. Yep. And what I'm going to do now is, all I want her to do is call out now when she thinks the quality of the shot is going to be such that the person's return would be a little bit weaker. So she's not saying anything because perfect. The shape of that ball, the trajectory of it, the speed of it, all of those things mean that she now recognizes the person's probably going to be stretched out, be forced into a continental grip or something like that. And once she knows that, she's now got the cue in her head of, what do I do next? Taking it back to this position, now Emily's going to do the same exact thing, but she's going to do it from a live rally. There's no expectation that she has to come into the net. The whole purpose is that she calls out when she thinks the quality of her shot is high enough that she could have made that transition forward. Now remember, don't say now if you're doing it on an actual short ball. Say it if it's in the rally and you're still behind the baseline. Nice. Good. Again. Good. Perfectly executed. One more time. Ooh, nice shot. Good. So by getting her to register the quality of her shot before the quality of my return, what she would use the word now as a cue for is telling herself to move. A lot of people, they hit great shots, and there's that little hint of hesitation to see what comes back. And the problem is, you end up with a ball that you now have to wait for, because you see how good their shot is. And because you see how good their shot is, you have to slow down, maybe take it off the bounce or take it as like a transitional shot. If you say now, or you register how good your shot is, you can actually bypass all that, because once you get past the general area of the service line, no matter how good somebody's shot is, we would assume that it has to be a volley. If I was playing doubles and I'm standing here, I don't get the choice of, do I want to back up and take this ball or not? And you should need to look at it the same way when you play in singles. Once you've passed a certain threshold on the court, it's out of the air. So by recognizing how good your shot was, you can bypass that gray area and just take the next ball out of the air. So for the next phase of this exercise, all Emily has to do is, after she says now, she makes those moves in. Her goal is to make contact with the ball just to prove that she's able to get to the space that she needs to take it out of the air. If she sticks the volley for a winner, great, but that's actually not the goal here. The goal here is to make sure that you don't hesitate in the middle of the court and wait to see what happens. So when the person says now, they have to make that move. So, perfect example. She said now after I hit the ball. And what happened? You took a couple steps and you said, oh, and you tried to go backwards. It's great that you actually caught that on the video. Like, that's what a lot of people will do. They'll say now, or they'll register that that ball is a good shot as the person's about to hit it. Now you're not there anymore. So let's go again. Good. Good. Now that's what I want to see. There you go. So the main goal here is that she plays the point like she normally would. Good. And see, she's already inside the service box when my ball hits the net. So if my ball had gone over, it's not landing on the blue line. Good. Let's see, the cool thing about this exercise is most of the time when she says now, I don't get the ball anyway. Most of the time when she says now, it's a winner. The problem is a lot of people assume that it's going to be a winner, and then when it just happens to come back, they're in a terrible position for the follow-up shot. There also comes a certain point where anything other than moving forward is kind of a waste. Good. Perfect. So one quick side note, I just said this off camera, but a lot of people, when they start practicing this, they force this way too much. So what I just told Emily was, play the way you always play and just recognize your opportunities. There's no need to put your foot on the gas and try to force these shots over and over again. You're playing, and then when you hit a high quality shot, just recognize that you've hit a high quality shot. So to get into our last little game, we're just going to do a live point, and it's called countdown. It's very simple. I get 5 touches on the ball if I lose the point. So if I lose the point, the pressure's on me to then win the next point within 5 touches. If Emily loses the point, then the pressure's on her to win the next point within 5 touches. That puts pressure on you to create an opportunity to move forward and shorten the point, or just construct a really good point from the baseline. Whatever way works for you to win in 5 touches of the ball. But this is a great exercise to kind of build into finding the time to no transition. Because if you do it with a transition shot in the middle, it takes 3 shots already to win the point. You'd have your baseline shot, your short court, and your volley, which leaves you only 2 shots to spare. If you go from baseline to volley, you're now only hitting 2 balls instead of 3. Got it? So I'll play first. That's 1. That's 2. 3. And I'm already here. Just in case that ball came back. So since you lost the point, you have a countdown. You get 5 shots. There you go. 1, 2, 3. Good. You did it in 4. So I lost the point. That means I get 5. Not counting the feed. 1, 2. Yep. But again, not waiting to see if she gets it. I'm already here. I hope that video was helpful, guys. If you know anybody who would benefit from this stuff, please send it off to them. But make sure you get out and add this into your game. A lot of people waste a lot of touches on the ball and put pressure on themselves. Get out, practice it. And if there's anything you guys want me to cover next, just put it in the comments. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one.